Hey everyone, Jason Case here with another video, and today's video is on what you need to do to be GDPR compliant. So first let me start by saying that I'm not at all an expert in this area, and this is probably one of my least favorite topics to talk about, but I thought it was very important to do a video on this because it's an important change coming up. So I do feel like I have enough information to inform everyone on it if you're not familiar with this and what you need to do to prepare for it. But again, I'm not an expert in this, so if you really want to get down to the details, I would suggest consulting with an attorney about it to get the fine details. There's a lot of gray areas here. So what GDPR is the General Data Protection Regulation. So this is a European law that will go in effect in the European Union, and enforcement will start on May 25th of 2018. So very soon. Even though that this is a European law, this affects all of us. So even if you don't live or your business does not reside in the European Union, you still need to comply to these rules. And that's if you're collecting any sort of data at all, IP addresses, anything from visitors in Europe. So I'm going to go through the details, what you need to do to stay compliant with this. So the GDPR is about anything to do with processing personal data. So this is pretty much everything from the time that you collect the data until the time that you delete the data. So this is anything from IP addresses, first name, last name, email address, phone number, all that personal data, to everything that happens in your marketing automation funnels, from list segmenting, lead scoring. All this stuff is in the rules and regulations of the GDPR. So in order to be compliant, what you need to do is, if your business resides in the European Union, then this applies to 100% of everything that you do. Every single transaction that comes through, then you need to comply with this. If your business does not reside in the European Union, then it applies with everything else, or everyone else who is interacting or collecting data from anyone in the European Union. So even though your business doesn't reside there, you still need to comply with this if you're collecting any sort of data from people in the EU. So this also applies to anyone that's on your current email list that is in the European Union. So what you need to do with your current list is go through and segment these people out, and anyone that you're not sure of. So how you do this is by IP address. If you don't have IP address and you don't have this data and you're not sure of where they're located at, then you need to group them into this group. And what you should do is start a re-engagement campaign for them. So what you need to do is re-engage them and try to get them to opt in to your marketing list. So opt-in is a firm commitment, and it clearly lays out what you're going to be providing them. You know, what the benefits of being on this marketing list should be. You should lay these benefits out. So opt-in, moving forward, is not an opt-in from just downloading a lead magnet of some sort. This is not going to cut it anymore for anyone in the European Union. So you need to clearly lay out what information that you're going to be giving them if they're on your marketing list. So you're going to be, and this is why delivering valuable content is important, because you can lay out these values and you can get people to commit and opt into this better. But if anybody that's currently on your list has not opted in a way of like a double opt-in and you clearly laid this out, then you need to get a re-engagement campaign going and try to get them to opt into this. Otherwise, starting May 25th, you cannot email these people anymore. If you get fined in this, I think the fines are around like 4% of your annual revenue. I'm not certain on that, but that's a pretty hefty fine. So, again, you should definitely stay compliant. Moving forward, getting people to opt into your list. The way that you should do this is I would suggest using a double opt-in. And you need to update your privacy policy on your website to be GDPR compliant. So make sure that this is updated and use like a double opt-in process. So if they download your lead magnet, and then when you deliver that, then in that email, clearly outline like, here's your, whatever they opted in to get, deliver that, and then say, hey, would you like to, receive more emails on, expert tips on XYZ, free guides, free bonuses, some special offers, everything that's included in your email list. You need to be transparent here and you need to lay everything out. If you want this information, then click here to opt in. And it should also have a link to your privacy policy statement there too. This is what you need to do moving forward to get people to truly opt in to receive this information. Or you can have a checkbox on the opt-in and it clearly outlines what they're going to be receiving if they opt in. But that checkbox can't be pre-checked and you can't force people into that. So it has to be their decision to opt into that. So there's a lot of areas here. This is just a general overview of it, but I wanted to kind of record this video and give an overview of what you should do to prepare for this. And like I said, if you currently have a list, segment those people out that are currently in the European Union and try to get them to opt into stuff. Anybody that's outside of the European Union, it doesn't really matter yet. But I bet some other countries will probably follow suit here coming down the road. So again, this is probably one of my least favorite subjects or topics to talk about, but I thought it was important, so that's why I wanted to do a video today on it. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.